Hey,
Hey, here's another episode of us messing up. Well, me messing up with audio. Um,
a lost audio log, volume 2.
yeah. And in case you hear some booming in the background, don't worry, we're not in the ghetto. Well, not that bad of a ghetto, but that's because it's 4th of July. So happy very belated 4th of July, everybody. So I skipped a few things here, like unnecessary us being in the map, and we teleported back. And if I remember right, you wanted to try to kill this guardian at the beginning of the game, right?
Both of them. I found two of them here, and Worlds Collide had an interesting strategy we talked about here that you've seen me implementing, where I detonate two bombs at once. The strategy was that the two bombs together would give you combined bomb damage, and it does work. But these guys got so many hit points, the bombs aren't nearly as effective as we imagined. So for the fight, we spent a great deal of time trying to, a great deal of time in the fast forward that you're going to see here, just fighting these things and
Yeah, because those bombs do like no damage.
blowing them up, and it takes a very long time because obviously they do a lot of arrow. They would do a lot of arrow, take a lot of arrows to really shoot too. So we bombed the whole first one to pieces, pretty much, or give up and try a different one, because this one is pretty difficult to get to because of the wall and not having a lot of actual space to really kind of mess with the thing. So we do quite a bit of bombing on this first one, and this one here is where we have the over the wall strategy you'll see me implement, where we find out that if you just toss them over the wall here, it blows up. Then you can just wait, and we just kind of tested that to see how effective it would be. And there was quite a bit of time involved in this lapse here. This whole first part of this is what, like 15 minutes?
This is
16 minutes?
this is around 15-16 minutes to kill both these guardians just with bombs.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go a little further ahead since we're looking at this in real time and not fast forward. And you rewarded yourself with a little bit of a cooking montage. So I just put in the parts where we throw in all the ingredients. You guys aren't gonna see all the ingredients being picked in the menu, but if you look really close, you should be able to identify what all the ingredients are each time Biff makes something new. And we made quite a few interesting concoctions.
This here was my favorite, the hearty meat and rice.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. Full recovery plus 4 hearts.
Yeah, we made a lot of cool things in here, and then that freaking dog in the background the whole time.
Yeah, because I gave it meat.
Yeah, you gave it one piece of meat, and it was like...
The dog in the game, if you drop... I tested this theory, and it was Silverwood's suggestion here, but we dropped raw meat on the ground, and the dog ate it. Like, totally ate the raw meat, and then just followed us around. He didn't follow us past the camp, but followed us around for a little ways, which was kind of nice.
He would not leave you alone while you were cooking. And
it's funny, he sat right there directly behind us at the same distance from us the whole time.
Yeah. I'm not speeding up this part, but I did cut out like 80% of this. What you guys are seeing is about an hour and a half, cut down to just like less than a half hour. Because you had a lot of ingredients, and we were really low on food after we got to the Goron City.
Yeah, because we were dumb.
No, we just like speed run. We went there before we probably should have.
We did things the Game Grumps way, which is not necessarily the way you needed to do them. And this is where we discover making a fireproof elixir is definitely a thing we could have done, which would have made going to the Goron village incredibly easy. And I think we even made a comment about how dumb we were in doing things the hard way around, when we should have just done the fireproof potion.
Yeah, it actually says in the fireproof potions description, just be really, really helpful when exploring through Death Mountain.
AKA, they wanted you to experiment with cooking before you decided to go that way. And we didn't do that.
No, we experimented with cooking, we didn't experiment with elixirs, and we also didn't have the fireproof ingredients until we got there.
Right.
I'm assuming there's other parts in the game that we haven't gone to yet, in this part or where we're at currently, that have fireproof, like butterflies or something, that we could have used. But
I know there's a heat resistant area that I saw Worlds Collide and his girlfriend play, but
yeah, they're already done with the game.
well, Worlds Collide isn't, his girlfriend is.
Yeah, she found all the shrines. All 120.
And I don't remember how many of the little leaf guys. She found quite a few of those. There's, I think, 900 of them, so yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. We still need to find that, the Hidden Leaf Village or whatever, the forest area where our little Shaka Shaka guy is.
I think he's really far north.
Yeah, you're probably right. But,
Because Hyrule Castle's in the middle, and I'm thinking that he's really far north in that respect.
he probably is. I mean, we did kind of get spoiled watching watching Worlds play and his girlfriend play. Maybe not, like, attentively watching it, but just seeing it in the background gives away at least some things later.
There's a lot of puzzles that we'll be going through for the different shrines. I don't really know if we'll be doing all the shrines on the channel because again, there's 120 of them, so it's a great deal of shrineage right there.
I mean,
we'll definitely cover the whole main story.
That should be something that's completely up to you. You're the one playing. It's your playthrough. If you want to level up a whole bunch, and maximize your level ups, then we can hunt for shrines maybe after the Goron stuff. That we're
Yeah, maybe we'll do some shrine montage videos while we're messing around.
No, that'll be one of the episodes. It would just be traveling, finding shrines, and then getting to the shrine is half the adventure, and then
that's
completing
true.
the shrine. I mean, we've already run into a few shrines that were that way, or towers or two.
Yeah. Well, some of the towers are pretty crazy. I saw some of them as they were going through. And getting to them, it was just insane. Absolutely insane.
Forget, are you wearing waifu armor for this?
I do believe I'm always wearing waifu armor.
No, you had to wear the full Goron outfit so we wouldn't just spontaneously
yeah, it's
kill
waifu
us.
armor.
All the nuts.
I'd switch over to waifu armor as soon as humanly possible.
Oh, I think this is the really good one.
Since I'm shipping.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that was just one of the really good ones.
That was one small radish and acorns. That's all that was.
Right, that's it. That was just the radish and some acorns, and it fucking boosted the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I think the best one we make was something with a big radish and meat or something like that.
It's probably this one.
Might be. I don't remember. This one was.
Oh, no.
This is just the meat and mushrooms.
That one's actually pretty disappointing for the ingredients we were using.
Right. A whole bunch of apples and acorns. That's all this one was, an early game recipe. But as you can see, still really effective.
Yeah, especially since we don't really have that many hearts yet.
We've invested a lot into stuff that we really don't have a lot of.
Yeah.
We really need more shrines. We did some of the bosses and areas and stuff without having done many of the shrines.
So you said this off camera, but can you explain to me why you like the cooking aspect so much?
Well, mostly the cooking aspect of the game, to me anyway, is like, look how many complex combinations there are for this that you can make together that make some sort of ingredients. And sure, you could easily just say this plus this. That's the best one, by the way.
Yeah, that was the best one.
This plus this equals, something different. It adds ingredients together with something superseding others. That was the second best. But like the reason I like it is because not many other games really give you a realistic view of actual food. Like, you just kind of left to assume that your character eats, or in some cases, you eat only because it gives you hit points, like Skyrim and Fallout and stuff like that. Some of the newer Fallouts, anyway. Actually, some of the old Fallouts too. Some of the games in general you eat just because it recovers hit points. It's not necessarily a necessary function of the game, or like a fun thing to experiment with. You go buy it from someone who makes food, and that's kind of it. In this, they have so many complex elements of being able to we made sneaky food, we made sneaky elixirs, we made haste food, we made regular food, and it's a necessary part of the game, but without really going over the top. So like, you get all these really cool abilities and stuff you can make with food, and like, the part that I enjoy the most out of it is the fact that you can really kind of like just do whatever. And it doesn't punish you for really kind of experimenting. Even if you make something that's totally gross, it still gives you dubious food, which still does something. It doesn't waste the ingredients. Okay, it might not be as great as you imagined it, but still, it's still something that you're not just gonna pitch. And like, that's the part of the game I really kind of thought was fun. Was like, you could really kind of just do whatever. And like, that's I think what makes this game, in my opinion, one of the best Zeldas. I'm not gonna say the best Zelda because I don't want to make the general assumption that I've played all of them and I know for a fact that one is better than the other.
That's like saying there's like a best movie,
right,
or something.
It's
it
an
all
opinion,
depends.
and I'm not gonna make an opinion about something that is something I haven't experienced every version of. And I haven't experienced every version. I'll tell you that right away. I never played Ocarina of Time all the way through. Okay, shame me if you will. But I have played Twilight Princess all the way through. I played the regular Zelda all the way through. I played Zelda 2 most of the way through, but I couldn't beat it.
Could you not find the mirror that's under the table that you have to look under?
Yeah, probably not. I beat the Super Nintendo Zelda, and I beat the Zelda Link to the Past. I beat the Game Boy version of Zelda. I forget which one that was. The black and white Game Boy version. Link's Awakening. That's it. And I beat that one. And I've played a lot of the other Zeldas that were in the series, or at least played some of them. I have played some of Skyward Sword, worst Zelda ever. I will say that hands down.
Have you been playing since the beginning? Oh yeah, look at this immunity to lava.
Yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. You saw it in some earlier videos, but this one here is the worst, one of the worst ones because it still shoots at it. It can still shoot at us from down there.
Yeah, if he can find us, he's kind of like in the lava.
Right.
But
trying to figure out where to go at this point.
Anyway, back on the playing other Zelda games. When was the first one that you actually played?
Regular Nintendo.
The first one, the very first one,
Mm-hmm.
the OG.
Yep, the original regular Zelda.
Wow.
I played it when it came out, and I'll be honest, I didn't get all the way through the game when I was a kid when I played it. I did play the game knowing that I probably couldn't beat it because it was really big. I did later on get a Nintendo Power magazine, which was a magazine at the time. Those of you who don't know what magazines are, I'm sorry to hear that because I'm not going to tell you. But there was a Nintendo Power magazine that Nintendo would release that gave tips and tricks and special strategies that you could use for certain games. It even gave like speed runs and stuff before speed runs were even really a thing. It was like how to get through this really fast, how to do that really fast, etc. And like Nintendo Power gave you strategies. Some of them even gave you full maps of every level. And so when a Nintendo Power came out that had Zelda in it, and that particular Zelda in general anyway, it didn't really include the second Zelda, which was the Link's Awakening, the Link's Adventure, or whatever it was. The second one with the gold cartridge. And I had the gold cartridge of the first one too, but back then, regular Nintendo and Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games both operated off battery backups, so like a battery system in the cartridge. So the cartridge had like tiny watch batteries in it. And
so
the watch batteries kept you safe. Well, it wasn't necessarily the most reliable system, it was definitely the most corruptible. So it was very easy for the system to become corrupted and lose files, and for files to become corrupted. Countless people, I'm sure, remember the times when they're playing Earthbound or Chrono Trigger or some other game, and like for some reason your save is deleted and it'll say the file is corrupted. So like that's definitely something that would happen more commonly in those days than you would than now. We don't have that problem now as much. Obviously, it's still possible. Xbox 360 for game files to become corrupted.
Even that game system's actually kind of old now. Now that I think about it, that was like 2006. Yeah, that's like
so.
That's over 10 years.
Over 10 years at this point.
Wow.
So, I mean, the game systems have definitely gotten better with the era, and I would say out of the Zeldas, not just because the graphics are one of the better ones out of the series. I like Twilight Princess's graphics for the GameCube and other Nintendo systems that came out. Honestly, I like that. That was a pretty good game as far as its graphics go. The controls, maybe not the greatest on the Wii version, but the gameplay for the GameCube version, I will say, was spot on with some of the best Zelda for adult Link. We're back to not adult Link now. It's kind of like teenage Link, where they kind of compromised in between Kid Link and Adult Link, and I would say he's definitely like teenage years at least, or if not, they don't mention his age, and he's very intentionally a fictional age of some variation.
I would say he's like late teen, young adult in this, because he always had like a very soft face.
Mm-hmm.
So, and from what we've seen, Zelda is like 18 in this, right. So you'd assume he would be 18, at least in the English species.
The Hylians as a species would kind of be like elves. So, I mean, we could say he's 18. We could also say he's 180 and would still be in the same category of youth.
Celebrating his sweet 116th birthday.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, we could easily say that as far as the thing is some dubious food categories go of age, and his face is still priceless whenever he stays. He's like, oh god, this is gross.
That's really gross because you got that face guard on you.
Yeah,
It's just like you're Chinese mashed potatoes with your hands through a helmet.
Slimy green mashed potatoes.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, waifu
saved
saved you there. Yeah, I remember this being really difficult.
Well, because it was fire.
Yeah. Oh god, they're shooting fire everywhere. Oh Jesus. But
It was an incredibly tough fight, but again, we probably weren't prepared hit point wise to come through this, but we did it anyway.
to be fair, Worlds Collide has gotten as far as us main plot and has gotten to Hyrule Castle. We did not realize you could actually get to Hyrule Castle like in our current state. He had the same amount of hearts as we do, but he's like me, and we both come from the Dark Souls games where we take everything like ridiculously serious. We're very cautious and know what we're doing somehow. We just got that innate thing going. But I have to say you have it as well. It's just you slip on the banana, but somehow like save yourself. You do like a 360 flip all the way around, and then somehow land it after like sliding for a few seconds.
I blunder about, but I figure it out. That's kind of my motto. I blunder about, but I figure it out.
Yeah. So let's just say Worlds is a lot more adept into the combat of this game, while you're more adept into the exploration of this game. And the puzzles and all that.
Yeah, I don't miss many puzzles, and I come from the Monkey Island adventure game series era, where there's a lot of like, click on this thing, click on that thing, look for something slightly different, pick up every object era. So like, I'm from the era of adventure games.
The King's Quest era.
Right. Similar games to that, of course. Where fell off the back. I enjoy finding that, and that kind of encouraged my like love of exploration.
That has to be my favorite thing about Skyrim, because Skyrim was my first Elder Scrolls game. Actually, I think it was my first Bethesda game. Period. I didn't even get to play Fallout 3 or anything until I played Skyrim.
Right.
Just Skyrim looked really cool, and I'm a sucker for fantasy stuff, so I went right into it.
I would say out of the Elder Scrolls games, Skyrim is definitely one of the best ones. But I won't say it's the best one hands down, because again, I don't want to get that genre of admitting something is the best of something without having played them all. I haven't played Arena, so I can't say it's the best of the best. But I will say that it was pretty good as far as games go. Compared to some of the other Elder Scrolls.
Does my kitty cat went out? Oh, my kitty cat's going out of the room. Maybe. She was looking at the door, but she probably was just doing it to get attention. Oh, nope, she's gone.
Nothing like the little encouragement.
Obviously couldn't see that. Biff just like kind of like bumped her in the butt and she ran off. Whenever I start using a webcam, I'm thinking I'm doing that more for streaming than for this captures for Let's Plays like this.
Right.
But
this is good to just have like a Game Grumps-esque talk over. A Game Grumps talk over. Break up my New York. For the game, because you really, honestly, the gameplay is what everyone wants to watch. And, you know, if you're not a fan of the audio, you can just mute it. So the gameplay is really kind of what everyone would watch it for anyway. Different playthroughs of Zelda and whatnot to watch tips and tricks.
However, for some games, like I understand that for like this for sure. For Zelda, you don't want to see someone's face while they're playing this. You're wanting to watch Link run around and shit and look at the atmosphere.
It's kind of an exploration game, so you really want to see the full view of the exploration around you. So it's kind of one of those where you really want to see what's going on. It'd be different if you were going for a game like a horror game or something, and you're doing like a reaction. You're like, let's do a my take on this game kind of reaction. And sure, yeah, you should have videos up, because there are at least pictures up, because then you really kind of get to see it.
Oh yeah, we try to hit these guys with this cannon, and of course it doesn't work, because we still haven't figured out how to make it move.
We very soon figure out how to make it move, but we don't figure it out before we can really kind of hit these guys.
Yeah, we don't figure it out in this play session. We figure it out next play session.
Yeah.
But
Tried to play around with it to see if it's pushable at this point. I was like, can I like push it from over here?
yeah.
And I was thinking maybe I could like run up against the wall and like push it, like, 'cause you can push boulders off cliffs. Like, well, let's just see. No, it's not magnetic, even though it's probably metal.
Which I think is complete bullshit, by the way, because that's like cast
Could be
iron.
aluminum. We don't know what it is.
If it's that would not be aluminum. Gorons would not use aluminum. That's what I'm saying.
Bronze, maybe? Bronze has a very high heat resistant capacity to it.
Before this video ends, we thank you for watching, and the rest of these episodes will be just fine. So see you in the next one.
Audio.